I'm live. Miguel. I was listening to some Miguel. I'm live. I know I'm late too. I hope it don't get dark in here. Hi. It shouldn't get dark. It's Thursday. I started to make the name of the live It's Thursday. But then I was like, it's redundant. Maybe I'll change it to that. Olo is from Megamind. Olo. I'm in my chair. I don't know if my chair is gonna stay here, but it's here for right now. Hi, Michelle's daughter. Hi, the boy in blue. Hi, Daya. Hi, Jules. Just since you said you forgot it was the middle of the week, I'm gonna save the title as It's Thursday. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Kayla. Hi, Gary. Hi, Justin. Hi, Kai. Hi, Chris. Hi, Sky. Hi, Queen. So forgot it was Thursday. Thought it was Friday. Okay. I should have called the damn live stream Miss Thursday. Hi, Marcus. Hi, Paris. Hi, Owen. Hi, Monica. You made it. Hello. I don't know how long we're going to stay on today. We may not stay on that long. Hi, Alexandra. Hi, Alexia. I haven't decided how I'm going to set up this room yet. So, oh, you were going to watch One Piece, but let's do this. I might not stay on too long because I don't want it to get dark. Even though it is already kind of dim in here, huh? Whatever. Hi, Naomi. Hi, Christiana. No power. Oh, because of the storm. How are you, Gary? How's everybody doing? Everybody that's in like a hurricane area. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing in general, I guess? Oh, yeah. Just dropping in and say, hey, have to go. Have a great evening. Okay. Alexia. We all Alexandra is storming where I'm at too. Hi, Southern Sorcerer. We had a tornado watch in Maryland today. Tornado in Maryland. Sometimes they get tornadoes in Maryland. I remember when I was very young. Like, I don't remember when this was, but I remember there was a tornado in DC. And I remember the air was really weird. And it was like green. Like, everything was green. I remember, like, the light was, like, green. And it was really windy. I just remember, like, it was green and windy. And it was like a tornado. I don't even know when this was. I was a kid. They happen from time to time. And I was reading something that said that, like, hurricanes and tornadoes are going to become more common because of climate change, because warm air gives, like, storms more power. Hi, Homesian. We just keep getting alerts, but no rain yet. I'm cool. We all right. 2020, just 2020ing. It's storming in Jersey. What? You found a lizard in your toilet? Is that a pet now? Been okay, trying to take care of some stuff. How's Indy, Justin? I'm doing okay. Good. Deferred from college. Yeah. Was it gonna be in person or online, Kayla? Used to live in Texas, and that state is the queen of tornadoes. Sounds like the water took over the air or something. Power went out today at work. Babies were off the wall. Oh, really? Justin, oh, what was it over? Hi, Chris. Hi, Remy. Technically, Michigan gets tornadoes, but Detroit doesn't for the most part. Most we get is blizzards and thunderstorms. Right, a lizard in the toilet? Hi, Kyrie. How are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? Hell no, I ain't keep that. I called my stepdad. He flushed it down the toilet for me. In person, my college is a party school, so I was like, hell no. I was listening to the radio this morning, and they were talking about all these schools that try opening up. And then they were like, wow, there's been a spike in COVID, so we're all closing back down. I was just like, why did y'all even try? Like, why did you even try? Like, what did you think was gonna happen? I just don't understand. It just seems like there's just like a lot of people just doing shit and then being like, oh wow, something bad happened. People still have COVID. Who would have thought? Like, yeah, COVID's still around. I'm so tired, you guys. I had the most busiest weekend ever. Like, I'm so sleepy. Thank you, Homesian. Indy's okay. The roads are absolutely horrible. Hi, Tim. No, you're not late. We just started. I started kind of late. I started late. No, Jules, I've seen neither one of those things. Hi, Bambusa. You're not late, Janet. Oh, Kyrie. I'm sorry to hear that. You can just... I'm not going to say that. You can just totally be open with us here. No one's going to give you some bullshit, fake shit. What? The landlord feels like you're not really hanging out with him a lot, and so y'all got into an argument. Goodbye. I feel bad for all my friends that went to Towson. They kicked them all out after a week. Oh, I didn't hear that, Kayla. Is that true? Normally, I give my bathroom a clean every other week, but this time I'm doing an extra cleaning because of that damn lizard. How big was it? I mean, I'm guessing it wasn't that big because it was in your toilet. A bunch of idiots. They're trying to open up Arizona 2 after we already had to shut it down after opening too soon. These companies are so greedy, trying to rush back into everything like we're not in the middle of a pandemic. Yeah, stay safe, everyone. Dang, you know, I should live stream too, and now I cannot remember what it was. Damn. I don't remember what it was at all. That's irritating. It's messed up because students have signed housing leases and traveled across the country to get to their college, only to now be going online. Hi, Vermilion Dynamo. Hi, Domino. If the plan is to close if there's an outbreak, why even try? Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It just seems like either one of two things is going to have to happen at this point. Like, you know, remain shut down and give the citizens money and do a rent freeze and an economy freeze and a strike, which they don't want to do. Or, you know, they should just come right out and be like, we really don't care if you motherfuckers die. It's like they don't want to do that, but like obviously that's the deal. Like, you might as well just say it. Like, you don't give a fuck if niggas die. So we're going to be opening back up. Like, that's it. All this like stop and start, stop and start, stop and start. It's just prolonging it and making it worse because you have people that, like what you guys just said, like, you know, people that's trying to like go back to school or trying to do this, trying to do that, and then they can't, and then shit's shutting down, and they have to go back home, they have to do this, they have to do that. Like, right, like they playing in our face. Like, they're playing, Kayla. They playing right in our face. Like, they're playing in our face. I wish they would just like pick a fucking strategy or whatever and fucking stick with it. Hi, Smiley. How are you? Hi, Cher. Wait, what did I miss? Oh, the Batman. Well, we'll see. Oh my God, I would have been scared. Towson had classes for like 3 days. What the fuck you thought was gonna happen? Putting a whole bunch of people in one place and not even wearing masks. The Rock and his whole family caught COVID. Maybe this is mean to say, but I kind of don't. Not to say that I don't care when celebs catch COVID, but it's like they have access to like all the doctors and like the finest, you know, doctors and healthcare that money can buy. Like I'm sure like Robert Pattinson will be okay, and the Batman will start production up in 2 to 3 weeks after he's finished, you know, being in self quarantine. Like it's interesting to me that that's news, you know, and The Rock and stuff. Not to say that like it's not newsworthy, but like they'll be fine, they'll be okay. But I mean, I do want to see the Batman, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Wow, Justin. Hi, Bushy Brows. Hi, Marcy. All these people came to NYC for the VMAs, no masks. I thought it was like a virtual thing. I don't know, I didn't watch it. I haven't seen any of it. I don't care about it. When will the pandemic be over? That is the question, Kyrie. Let me ask my stepdad about the lizard, because my overdramatic ass could be misremembering the actual size. They should really give us coins to just stay home for a few months. They hope we forgot about the second stimulus check they promised. They should be paying us. Can COVID tell us when he's leaving? He has worn out his unwanted welcome. I don't know. Are they, Amara? Amara said our HBCU's online now. Hi, Peachy Bun. When will this pandemic be over? When everyone wears a mask, adheres to social distancing, and washes their hands. I was listening to something that said that, like, you know, if two people have masks on, like let's say you ride in a Lyft, for example, and you have on a mask and your driver has on a mask, they say that like reduces the possibility of transmission by like 70%. It probably is true that if everyone would wear a mask, that would help a lot. But you know, people don't want to wear masks because the government can't tell them what to do. So, you know, there was just a whole get together on the White House lawn, people flinging their sweat on each other. Nobody had masks on. What can you do? We need a federally mandated shutdown for like a month or two. I enrolled in school and they're limiting the amount of students in each class, so it's harder for you to get in classes. They're holding out to make it closer to the election. Citizens suffering for political gain is nothing new. They're playing in our face. People say herd immunity. Yeah, I think they said like for herd immunity to kick in, at least 20 to 25% of the population would have to get it. And what is that? What is 20 to 25% of the American population? Right, just be honest that y'all don't care. Hi, Dylan. Oh, Kyrie. Are you in the hospital now? This is back and forth in all of the states. Being on different pages is not working. Yes, Queen. When I see, you know, like, you can't tell people what to do, but when I see people hanging out with no masks, I'm just like, ooh, couldn't it be me, child? I got a mask for every day of the week. I mean, I can't tell people what to do, but like, I'm gonna have a mask on. And I bought one of them face things too, but I'm saving that for when I can finally watch Tenet. Anybody that has seen Tenet that lives outside of the US or something, please, no spoilers. Don't say anything about Tenet. I'm so serious. Like, I will block you. I'm saving my face mask, my face. I got one of them face shields. I'm saving that for when I can go see Tenet in the theaters. If I have to fucking drive to a different state to go see this movie in the theater, I will, though. Like, I'm dead serious. Hi, Ashley. My job wants me back next week, but I honestly don't feel safe going back. I could work from home, but they want customers to have that face-to-face experience in a pandemic. My heart goes out only to the working class actors and producers who need the income and have to work. We're also seeing this with professional athletes. They're getting tested daily. Right, like, they're okay. They'll be okay. Hi, Popcorn. COVID gonna teach these celebs that we don't fucking care. They're people just like the rest of us. I've seen a lot of people saying that they feel like we're at the end of like celebrity culture because like COVID has shown people that like we actually hate celebrities. What do you guys think about that? I'm surprised the whole family got it. Probably what happened was that one person got it and you know the whole family's like in lockdown together, so they're not wearing masks around each other, so it probably just spread until the whole family got it. Hi, Thrift Queen. They're also trying to force people in classes instead of online courses. More people watch Brandy and Monica versus than they VMAs. Yeah, I saw something that said it broke a record. They called it like the new TV. They were like, this is the new TV, the new Super Bowl. How it was like 2 million or something. It could be over if 8 out of 10 people wore masks for 4 to 8 weeks, but the U.S. ain't never gonna do that. I watched Chloe. Oh, I do want to watch Chloe and Halle's performance. I watched Chloe and Halle's performance on YouTube. Their label finally stopped letting them do it, making them do it. Yeah, you could tell that Do It was supposed to be the lead single. I don't know why. I mean, like, Do It is cool, like it's catchy or whatever, but I don't know why they were like pushing that so hard to be the lead single. I really feel like executives don't know anything. I feel like executives don't know anything. Like I feel like movie executives don't know anything. I feel like label executives don't know anything. Like executives be like old like white men that just be like, yeah, this will work you, and then you'd be like, but why? Hi, Davey. Whoops. I have to fully homeschool my child. No allowances are being made and still have to work full time. No. Oh, so what are you going to do, Remy? Hi. I asked them about my notifications. They said they're looking into it. I had to curse out YouTube support and get a new person because the person I had was not helping me. Hi, Jada. Like 80 million, 60 to 70 million people. So for herd immunity to occur, 70 million people would have to get it. Hi, Hush 420. Hi, Ori. They don't have to worry about us voting if we're all dead. Hi, One Eye. When I see people kicking it without masks, I think you testing fate, can't be me. Schools are also forcing you to attend Zoom meetings. Like people don't, including myself, have jobs. Either have us go back full time or fully do remote because y'all playing with my money. My university was planning on shortening breaks and lengthening the summer semester to account for reduced class size, even though summer semester isn't covered in normal rent. I be getting in wannabe mom mode, want to leave a comment in their videos to wear a mask. Oh. Ooh, Kyrie. Well, I'm glad you're at home at least. Yikes. Parking lot cinema should become a thing again. Yes, if I have to drive to another state, I will, because I'm seeing Tenet in theaters, Gary, period. Yay, Jojo. Hi, Street Side. Yeah, hang tough, Kyrie. We're praying for you. I really think so. Celebs made it easy to hate them during this pandemic. So you think it's the end of celebrity culture, Queen? Hi, Valia. A lot of people have also been saying that celebrity culture has been like, you know, on the downswing since we got social media. Because now regular people can become celebrities through social media. And also now we're seeing through social media that a lot of these celebrities fucking suck. celebs in their private islands chilling, saying we're all in this together. Right, like celebs posting in their mansions talking about, oh my God, I'm going crazy, locked in the house. Like, it's just not anything that we want to see right now. To an extent, I can see celeb culture becoming less important. Celebrity idol worship will go down. You really have to focus on you and your families more than ever now. I really don't care about celebs. They have the resources. They'll be fine. People are definitely seeing the unhealthy idolization of celebs and how we interact. I think we hate certain celebrities and don't care about a lot of them unless there's controversy. I don't think celeb culture is over. It's kind of the essence of American culture. I feel like they aren't popular right now and that's it. Oh yeah, when you live in Texas and you have to drive 8 hours to get to another state, it's definitely a little bit different, Ori. Chloe and Halle always slay. I feel like Forgive Me or Tipsy should have been the lead single. In my mind, Forgive Me is the lead single, Justin. I don't like, and Forgive Me had a video and everything, and Forgive Me is like a banger. And Tipsy is too. I just don't know. Like, I know that Do It was written by Victoria Monet, you guys told me, and she's like written a lot of stuff for Ariana Grande, but like Chloe and Halle like are not Ariana Grande. I don't know. It just, again, it seems like an executive thing. Like some executive somewhere was like, well, Victoria Monet has written a lot of #1 songs for Ariana Grande. And Victoria Monet wrote Do It, so we should make Do It the lead song. So let's just like really aggressively push Do It, regardless of the other excellent songs on the album that we could use. You know? It's just like, okay, executive, like, no, that's not how you should do your job. But it's like, that's how they do their fucking jobs. Executives ruin absolutely everything. Hi, Adrian. And I read Chloe and Halle didn't perform on the main stage because they didn't want to fly out to New York or wherever the VMAs were. You watched the Versus, Trey? I watched the Versus. It was much needed spiritual boost during these times. Brandy and Monica's music is timeless. So many hits. Yay, Kyrie. I'm so glad that people have been kind and helpful. I do think celebrity culture is coming to an end, just like that era of big box office superhero movies are done. I just don't see people being as passionate about those things now. I feel like there's a lot of people that also feel like, oh, you guys love to see people fighting back against tyranny and shit like that in movies and entertainment, but you don't like it in real life. I feel like I've also seen a lot of that sentiment, and I think it's like starting to affect the way that people consume certain shit. Like, and I remember like when that last Hunger Games movie came out, around the time of like when Black Lives Matter like first popped off. And I remember a lot of people being like, you know, like, we don't want to watch no fake movie about no, like, I didn't see the last Hunger Games movie in the theater. I just didn't want to, because a lot of us felt like we don't want to see no fake revolution when in real life we're being oppressed by tyranny, you know, like it's, and like people gonna like spend money to like go watch a false fictitious representation of that, but then they'll turn around and they'll like criticize you in real life for like protesting and stuff, you know? So I think that that's definitely going to have an impact on the way that people consume certain stories. I remember that discourse on Tumblr. Yeah, it was like big on Tumblr, the Hunger Games discourse. Any one of the songs on Chloe and Halle's album could be a single. I feel like Forgive Me hasn't gotten enough love. They really don't like letting the artist make those decisions. I think people are getting over celebrities because it's about survival at this point. Adrian, hello my baby, hello my honey, hello my ragtime gal. So maybe start doing the Charleston up in here. I feel like execs are the kind of people tuned into the popular white YouTubers I've never heard of. Hi, Yami. For real, executives don't know shit. They need to sit down, sit back, let the creatives with their ears to the ground do their thing and count the money. Or he's like, Kathleen Kennedy. I feel like COVID in a way has shown us that money can't protect you from everything. Celeb culture is changing, but it's not dead, especially with stan culture in full swing. I do wonder how this change will impact Insta famous folks. It makes me think. I've thought about that too, because you know, when you have like Insta celebs and stuff, that their bread and butter is, you know, doing like club hostings and appearances, and like you can't do that shit to the same capacity right now. How, you know, what is your job right now? Let's see. Sports have made huge accommodations. Money changes the game. I'm going to change my work schedule and do school with the kid from 8 to 1. Oh. Can you guys see me? It buffered on my end too, Bushy Brows. It buffered on my end too. Okay, it buffered for a second. It's good now. I'm about to turn the light on. Hold on. Because it's kind of dark in here. Even though there's a light right outside that window, it was getting dark in here. Hi, Deadly Gamer. Where was I? They're still on that reboot kick in the media as well. What happened to creativity and originality? The Brandy and Monica battle revealed a lot about us, the public. Oh, what do you mean, One Eye? Woo! Congratulations, Nicole. I can't say for sure it's the end of celebrity culture, but I think it's definitely changing. Social media ruined the allure and mystique of celebrities. Y'all got Carol Baskin on Dancing with the Stars in celebrity immediately. Celebs just ain't relatable anymore, and they're not contributing shit to anything productive as far as I'm concerned. I think the way that we see them will forever change. Have a roommate and you have support. Where are you, Kyrie? Celebs already don't have the star power they used to. Yeah, I was like looking at people, like I like scrolled through a random thread online where they were talking about the VMAs, and it seemed like everybody was like, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? I don't even know who this is. I don't even know who that is. Who is this? Yeah, and that's tactless, Trey. Celebs on Instagram bragging about their money while everyone else is suffering. No more idol worshiping. A lot of celebs aren't creative, so the creative ones will stand out. Celebs be like, OMG, I can't take it anymore. My personal theater. I'm gonna go play tennis in my backyard, or maybe I should swim in my pool. Creates Twitter poll. Open your purse. I'm waiting for the end of influencer culture. I thought I knew the true definition of useless until they came along. Hi, Absurd. Anyone with 1 million followers on any platform is considered a celeb these days. I'm so over influencers. Executives ruin absolutely everything. Celebs killed me when they were chilling in their mansions worrying about staying relevant while people are fighting evictions. Oh, so you're not going to go back to Texas, Kyrie? You're going to stay there? Victoria wrote 7 rings and thank you next, so they probably thought Chloe and Halle would get the same treatment. I think celebs being revealed as lames is like the end of the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, I saw one of you guys said like pulling back the veil, like revealing what's behind the curtain. We're realizing that they need scripts to be interesting. Hi, Vanity. Hi, Jenny Bean. Every time Chloe and Halle perform a song live makes me love it even more. I love how talented those girls are. They cast Cameron Dallas for the Mean Girls musical and he can't even sing. Just wow. Do It was cute as an intro, but I love Ungodly Hour, Busy Boy, and Lonely. I love Lonely. I think Lonely might be my favorite song on there. I love Ungodly Hour too. Hi, Blackwoods. You're fine. Media has been so disappointing lately. Brandy and Monica ate, and I hated that people were trying to find anything to cause drama. It felt genuine to me. It's funny because I remember when they first started doing these like versus things, Monica gave an interview and they said like, oh, will we ever get a Brandy and Monica versus? And Monica was like, no. And that was exactly the reason that she gave. She was like, even though me and Bran are cool in real life, like it's no beef, it's no nothing, and we would want it to be like friendly, she was like, people love to put us against each other and it wouldn't be fun. But then I think after they saw how the Jill Scott and Erykah Badu one went, maybe they felt like it was possible to do it. I'm glad they did it. Chloe and Halle needed something for the radio that would draw in the general public. Their unique sound has been hard for them to market. I'm glad they didn't fully step outside themselves for sales. Hi, Deb the Wise. Speaking of Victoria Monet, everybody go stream, download Jaguar. Her album is Flames. The Ungodly Hour track was the bop that put me onto Chloe and Halle's album. We don't want to see people showing off when many of us are losing jobs and health. The arts and celebs are not synonymous, and this time is exposing this. Chloe and Halle are dropping a Do It remix tonight. It's the Charleston. Do It remix with City Girls, somebody said. I'm realizing how much I hate my job now that COVID hit and I can't really go anywhere, just working and sleep. They also said that like breakups and divorces are like on the rise because motherfuckers is realizing how much they really genuinely hate their spouse. Now that they can't leave the house, they're like, oh, I actually don't fucking like your ass. My mom has always been very hard on celebrities. She feels like a lot of them can be very entitled and only about their money. Busy, busy boy. Busy boy. Busy, busy boy. Haven't made any crazy desserts in a long time. Ooh, making a strawberry crunch cake. Yummy, yummy. These remixes these days are a whole mess. Seren got me pegged down with Kathleen Kennedy. As soon as you were like, these executives need to just sit down and let the creatives create, I was like, oh, we're talking about Star Wars. That's, yeah. Andrea, I think this is a good point too. Corruption running rampant in the government. I could care less what celebs are doing right now. I do think you also have like a lot of people that just no longer care. Like they no longer care. Like even people that were just, you know, like that didn't care, but you know, people that just mildly, you know, they were mildly interested in like celebrity comings and goings. You have people now that are like, bitch, they're trying to shut down the post office. Like, I don't give a fuck, you know? It's gonna be really interesting to see like how this goes moving forward with our popular culture. There was an argument on Twitter recently over Moneybagg Yo and Big Lotto still doing club appearances and shows where people were wearing no masks and not practicing social distancing. I don't want to say that like people doing that are broke, but I kind of feel like you must be hard up for cash if you're doing that type of thing. I'm about to make an OnlyFans so I don't have to leave the house. Hi, Shaquana. Hi, Stardagger. Nelly's gonna be on Dancing with the Stars for real, or are you joking, Queen? Nelly the rapper? Only problem I've been hearing about Tenet is the sound design. Apparently there are times when the background noise and music covers the dialogue too much. So I am going to say something about this. No spoilers for anyone that may have seen Tenet or read about Tenet. No spoilers. I will block you or ban you. Mods have permission to block you or ban you if you put any type of spoiler or plot point, anything about Tenet. One thing I'm going to say about Chris Nolan is that Chris Nolan loves overly aggressive, like, sound design. Interstellar was so fucking loud and he deliberately made it so loud that there was parts of the movie that you could not hear, and he did it on purpose. Like, I remember sitting in Interstellar really feeling like, okay, like the noise was like blasting me, like the music and the sound. Like, Chris Nolan loves a very aggressive sound design. I think maybe in his, like, obnoxiously loud. I think maybe in his, like, directorial style, maybe he feels like it's maybe more immersive for the audience, but it's something that he has a habit of doing. So I totally believe any reports that the noise is, like, really loud in Tenet. It's like Chris Nolan does it to give you the disorienting feeling that characters feel. Yeah, it's something that he's doing on purpose. I'm okay with aggressive sound design. I like to feel it in my body. I used to go see Transformers just for the noise. Yeah, like, it works for some people, that type of thing. It works for some people. He's doing it on purpose. Where was I? So you're still in Michigan, Kyrie. It's probably good. It's good that you're there, taking care of yourself there. I'm sure, like, your family would only want to help you, but it's sometimes good to be away from family. So many IG celebs are trying to keep up their image by doing club appearances and ads for things they don't really use. It makes sense. The Insta famous and celebs are flaunting on social media because that's all they're really famous for. VMAs were for the stands this year. Just posting pictures in a different bikini every day. Sue. I feel like the line between celebs and the working class is more clear than ever. We can't have a revolution if celebrity culture still exists in the way that it currently does. So what makes you say that, Kayla? The mystique is definitely gone for celebrities. We're seeing the ugly. I'm still pissed that Pharrell had the new black audacity to expect regular folks to donate to his COVID-19 charity. It was just ridiculously tone deaf. Like, sir. I think that Brandy and Monica's contentious relationship has been inflated by our projections of who we think they are and how we see them as representation of ourselves. I agree, One Eye. And I also think it's really interesting because, people see Monica as, like, the goon, the hood rat, which she absolutely is. And she owns that. No problem with that. And people see Brandy as America's sweetheart because Brandy in the media was America's sweetheart. But at the same time, like, Brandy is, like, country girl from Mississippi. Like, it's just very interesting. Like, people try to put them against each other, like, as if Brandy's some valley girl or something. It's like a really weird, it's like a weird thing. It's like a weird perspective. Like, Brandy and Monica are probably more alike than they are dissimilar. And they've been each other's sort of, rivals. But I would even say friendly rivals, the whole entire time that they've both been out their whole careers. So it's really interesting to see how people have, like, built these images up of both of them, like, in their heads. It's just an interesting thing. That was an accident. Like, I hate when people say that Brandy killed somebody. Thank you, Bushy Brows. I hate when people say that. Brandy did not kill anyone. It was an accident. Like, she did not kill anybody. Y'all make it seem like she, like, purposely ran the bitch over like she was drunk driving or texting or something. It was an accident. Like, that was an accident. That was, like, actually an accident. Like, it was an accident. She was not texting on her phone. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. It was an accident. And the person was jaywalking. So you want to talk about like what people were doing? The person was jaywalking as well. Like, the person was on the road they weren't supposed to be. So yeah, like it was a domino effect. Like, which, I mean, I jaywalk too all the time, run out in traffic, but you are running the risk of getting your ass hit. It just so happened that the person that fucking hit the fucking pedestrian was fucking Brandy. And the internet loves to do that too, like make shit up, make it into something that it wasn't, because niggas can't actually go read what actually happened. Okay, that's good. Good, Kyrie. Worked out a financial deal, and I have better peace here at the moment. To go to Texas would be too much. Yeah. Both Monica and Brandy said no and changed their minds. It definitely seems like the Jill Scott and Erykah Badu versus is why they changed their minds. To be honest, 70% of celebrity culture is just flex culture, so them not being able to go anywhere to show off the flights and vacations they can afford is killing them. I was over here partying like I was on the Versus set. I saw their Versus too. Everyone wanted to say there was all this drama, but I didn't see it. VMAs used to be a cultural moment. It isn't anymore and hasn't been in a while. Yay! I'm glad you'll have a friend coming to visit for a quick visit, Kyrie. And I'm sure, since, you know, it'll be safe. I'm sure as long as everybody wears masks and takes precautions. I could be wrong, but I think maybe it's just that Brandy and Monica have personalities that don't always mesh, although they're still friendly. I thought their versus was the best one yet, though. Hi, Mel. Tyler Perry, I did see that. Tell me why you put Tyler, and my first thought was fucking Tyler, the Creator. I was like, what? They were throwing a bit of shade, subtle, soft shade. I feel like the shadiest verses thus far has been fucking Teddy Riley and Babyface. There was a lot of shade being thrown, but because it's men instead of women, it did not get perceived the same way. You know what I'm saying? Divorces and breakups on the rise, laughs and perpetually single. Ha, thank you. Talk about my haircut. Hi, Bailey. The influencer money ain't that long. Hi, Jada, thank you. Davey dropped the OnlyFans, let us support you. We kind of no longer have the luxury of thinking about celeb culture in addition to serious politics. COVID revealed the massive inequities in society, and now everyone is 1,000% tired. The irresponsibility of it all, and it seems like some folks have definitely been pretending with their money because they're begging the producers of the reality shows to start up again. I also feel like the celebrities getting on OnlyFans is like some of y'all are broke. This whole fucking idiot fucking Thorne controversy that she then had to apologize for, that shit really annoyed me. I don't even know who that girl is. I literally have no idea who she is at all. But I was just like, bro, like, you a white celebrity. I don't even know what you're famous for, but you fucking hopped on OnlyFans bragging about how you made $2 million. Then they changed the rules for everybody, for all the fucking sex workers that been on there making money off of there, that now they can't do it anymore because you jumped on there joking around or something. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, really, I was like, these celebrities really need to go. Like, I seen people setting up a fucking guillotine outside of Jeff Bezos' house. I was like, let's get this French Revolution popping. Like, let's cut some motherfucking heads off. Like, these people are doing too much. And then she tried to say, oh, it was research for some movie role. And then the fucking person that she said was the director of the movie, that dude was like, I'm not doing no movie with her. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Like, bitch, you're not about to use me. She went on OnlyFans, Bushy Brows. She made an OnlyFans account and bragged about making $2 million in one day. And she was charging $200 for nude pics, but then the pics weren't even nude. They weren't even nude. She was scamming people. And so OnlyFans changed the rules. Now they put a cap, they put a limit on how much money you can charge for like private pictures. And they changed the amount of time that you can cash out. I think it used to be 7 days and now it's 30 because Bella Thorne was like cashing out. She just like cashed out, took niggas' money and ran. So they had to change the rules. So now there's a cap at how much you can tip and there's a cap on how much you can pay for pics. And they extended the cash out time. You can't cash out like immediately. The time is longer. So now you have sex workers that have been on there, you know, for a long time. And also the sex workers that really built that platform and, you know, made that platform something that now people are name dropping in songs and stuff. And now you have celebs on there just ruining it for everybody. Like they do everything, you know, like she thought it was a joke. Like she thought it was a joke. And she fucked up the platform for actual real sex workers pretending, you know? And then she tried to apologize later. Like, bitch, keep your fucking apology. Like, you wasn't sorry. You're not sorry. You was bragging about it, scamming ass bitch. She effectively made it much harder for actual sex workers who rely on it for their livelihood. I felt so bad for non-celebrity sex workers. Like, bitch, all the fucking non-white bitches on there, non-famous bitches on there, non-celebrity bitches on there, non-bitches with a built-in fucking platform on there, and you just fucked it up for everybody. White women in their privilege, they ruin everything. And she said on Twitter she'll talk to OnlyFans to fix it. She's only famous thanks to Zendaya and Disney. She needs to stop. She needs to redistribute that $2 million to sex workers if she's really sorry. Let me go back up because I'm like behind in the comments. There we are. I saw you, Unorthodox. Hi. I think it'll be interesting to see if movies like Wolf of Wall Street and other movies glorifying capitalism will be as popular. Brandy is the OG awkward girl, and Monica is the around the way girl, both representation of the all-American girls of Black American society. They were the spectrum of Black American girls, and we put them against each other. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Zafuri. Well, I will watch Nelly the St. Louis rapper on Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, I did finish, Nicole. I've been blocked from Shade Room for 2 or 3 years, and I don't follow any of those pages, or like those pages been trash. I'm not into them. They've been trash. And half of them aren't even ran by Black Americans. They're ran by foreign Blacks that like to sow division and discord amongst us. Hi, Siobhan. We really made Moesha Brandy. Hi, World Lover. Hi, Firefly. Monica and Brandy are not foils for each other the way it's artificially constructed. Brandy and Monica have very similar backgrounds and upbringings. I'll unblock, but I'll put them in timeout. I see your question, the boy in blue. I'll unblock, but I'll put you in timeout though. let's not look for shock value comments. Monica's boyfriend did kill himself. It was horrible. Not in the car with her, but at the grave of his brother who died. He shot himself. It was horrible. That's why I also kind of feel like people need to cut Monica some slack as well, because she's been through a lot. I remember Venus Williams got into a car accident and white tennis stands were trying to drag her online. Come to find out later, it wasn't even Venus's fault. People want to call Brandy a killer, so what does that make Caitlyn Jenner? Right. You watched it? How was it, World Lover? I think Brandy likes to joke a lot. Maybe the jokes don't always land, but she seems to really look up to Monica. Caitlyn Jenner killed somebody too, and nobody talks about that. We could post them in Discord, Queen. Oh gosh. Y'all talk about the VMAs. I just enjoy that people are finally understanding Brandy's impact. I feel like I always say nobody, being the general public, understands Brandy's impact or legacy. Babyface is in his bag when we talk about shady. Politics is also celebrity culture. That is true. Politics is celebrity culture these days as well. If Bella Thorne was really sorry, she would have returned the money. She didn't even need it. Yeah, I'm okay, Zafuri. I'm good. She literally just ruined people's livelihoods. I don't understand. She also has way more opportunities than most folks on OnlyFans. Someone suggested that Ashanti and J-Lo do a versus, and another person said it would be Ashanti versus herself, and I laughed. You can't do no J-Lo versus nobody, because she didn't sing anything. Viva la revolucion. Hi, Tierra. Bring out the guillotines. Posting bikini pics in a bathtub, then 1 million people ask for refunds, and OnlyFans changes the rules. And not to bring up Doja Cat, but Doja Cat said she would show her titties, and then she didn't show her titties, and then she got dragged all over the internet. Bella Thorne said she was gonna show her titties, and then she didn't show her titties. And you had a lot of people talk about Bella Thorne is just in her bag. Bella Thorne is just, you know, she's scamming these. And I've seen all type of fucking black people defending her too. Like, she's in her bag. Like, she's scamming. Like, if niggas was willing to pay $200 for nudes, like, yeah, she got in her bag. Like, she did what she needed to do. Da 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 da. And I was just like, always a different standard. Always a different standard. Always a different standard, depending on who's doing it. Always a different standard. Hi, Social Purgatory. And also really interesting to see people like running to be fined with what Bella Thorne did just because they hate sex workers. So they just think it's funny. Like, it's very interesting. It's just all very interesting. Hi, Karma. White privilege. OnlyFans changed the rules. Can't believe she tried saying it was for a role. There you are, Unorthodox. I knew I saw you. Celebrities always talk ish, then hop on. They used to slander YouTubers. Now all the celebrities are on YouTube. Messing up the bag for other people. When I heard about the guillotine, I was like, where did they get one of those? Oh my gosh, somebody tweeted. Somebody was like, I hope they didn't buy the parts for the guillotine on Amazon. they did. Imagine if they did. Imagine if they bought the parts for the fucking guillotine on Amazon to build the guillotine outside of Jeff Bezos' house. I was like, damn, they probably did. Like, where else can you get fucking guillotine parts? Like, where else can you get guillotine parts? Even though I do guess there's like a cruel irony there of like, we bought the guillotine on your own website that we're gonna use to behead you. But it's just like, right, the parts were shipped fucking Amazon Prime. The irony. That shit had me on the floor. Dramatic irony. And the circle of life continues. After that, Jeff Bezos said, no more guillotine parts. Take all the guillotine parts off Amazon. Hoist by your own petard, Bezos. Et tu, Bezos. Bezos gonna be like, et tu, Amazon. I see you guys talking about OnlyFans. It was a game to her. People were really making their livelihoods on there in safe working conditions, and they decided for themselves, and she just messed it up for everyone. If that was a black woman, she would have been thrown way under the bus. They changed the tipping to like $50 to $100, and it used to be limitless, and you can only take out a certain amount too. I felt so bad for non-celebrity sex workers. White women in their privilege. Oh, good for you, Bambusa. People wanted to say Bella was making it mainstream and normalizing it. There was a lot of mental gymnastics to try and defend what she was doing. She's the Logan Paul and Jake Paul of OnlyFans. Ruined it for everybody. Bella was a Disney Channel star. She was Zendaya's backup dancer. She's been in a bunch of controversy. She's annoying. Oh, so she's like a little Miley Cyrus type. She scammed those people. I literally had no idea who she was. She scammed those people, and OnlyFans needs to demand their $2 million back because she defrauded people. Well, they're saying that that's why they changed. That's also a part of why they changed the rules. They're saying that's also a part of why they changed the rules because they don't have enough money. Like, they don't have enough cash on hand to pay all those people back. All those people that want chargebacks on their cards and stuff. They're saying that they don't have enough money. So now they have to slow down the cash flow, which they're saying is also why they changed when you can take your money out, because they have to pay all those people back. She doesn't need to talk to OnlyFans. She needs to give that money back and pay. Right, there, Jennifer, exactly. She needs to give the money back and pay OnlyFans the fees that they had to pay to process all the payments and chargebacks. Yeah. She wasn't doing anything like normalizing sex work. She came to try and use her celebrity power to scam people for her own benefit. Yeah, the Shade Room blocked me because they posted something on there that was a blatant lie. And I left a comment. And I was like, this is like a lie, and with the size of your platform, you should be more careful with the type of shit that you post. And you know how Shade Room, they put the at of the actual person that wrote the post, and I added the person directly that wrote I mean, this was like years ago, so I don't even know if that person is still there or anything, and I added the person directly, and I guess they blocked me. But whatever, I really don't give a fuck. Yeah, Shade Room is owned by a Nigerian, yes. And Media Takeout too, and like World Star Hip Hop too was owned by like a foreign black. Like, all these sites are like disgusting, fucking negative trash for a reason. Yes, I did. I review Lovecraft Country on Saturdays. The reviews go up on Saturday. Shade Room got nerve. People have a problem with putting black women against each other. Sowing division is a good way to put it. Shade Room is shady. Seren ain't got time for that. People made Brandy into Moesha. Shade Room owner is Nigerian. Baller Alert is the only one that's Black American owned. The Shade Room audience be laughing at Black Americans. Watch the Shade Room post one thing about Black Americans, and they're in the comments joking about police brutality with their flags. Like, I don't know how people follow any of those nasty ass pages. They're horrible. I can't get over the Shade Room blocking Seren. And it's so funny because people still to this day, they be trying to DM me shit from there, and I be like, I can't see it. Like, I'm blocked. I hate when the Shade Room posts anything LGBTQ related. They know the comments are going to get homophobic and anti-black real quick. They post that type of stuff on purpose, knowing that people are going to act a fucking fool. They do it on purpose. It's just a huge platform of like clusterfuck nastiness. I blocked Shade Room years ago. Most of these blogs are disgusting and anti-black, period. Definitely these days, politics is celebrity culture. Hi, Gem Portal. Hi, Alien Baby. They said Ashanti versus J-Lo. Ashanti would be running back and forth. Right, to sing both parts. Hi, Start Page. Hi, Danielle. How are you doing? 20 singers versus J-Lo. J-Lo don't even sing in the studio. She could put on a good dance performance. That's it. Kylo, and I don't like that. Social Purgatory. Who hasn't J-Lo stole from? The girls can't catch a break. Whoops. Yeah, I saw that Adele stuff too. I just feel like I hate Adele. I made a video 5 years ago that's literally called Why I Hate Adele. It's literally called Why I Hate Adele. And I said Adele is a fucking culture vulture. I've been saying for years that Adele is a fucking culture vulture, and like nobody agreed with me, nobody believed me, and I was like, she is, like, I'm sorry. So for me, it was like funny to like finally see her just like embrace completely her culture vulture ways. It's funny. Anybody that hasn't seen that video, Why I Hate Adele, I still have my dreads and everything. Like, it's a very old video. And in terms of, Kylo said, do y'all see how the rest of the diaspora was coming at Black Americans because we were making jokes about Adele? I don't really think, I felt like Black Americans need to mind our own business. Because I was just like, this is not my Black American business. If the Jamaicans or whoever are fine with it, you know, whatever, that's their business. The only thing I had to say was that I hope Beyonce took notice of how they wrote all those think pieces about Beyonce. They had so much to say about Beyonce, and Beyonce's cultural appropriating, and these Black Americans cultural appropriating, and dashikis, and da-da-da-da-da. And why is Beyonce wearing Bantu knots? All these things that they said about Beyonce, but then they turned around and they were like, why are you guys picking on Adele? I was like, you see, like, they don't like you. Like, be like Beyonce, like, please stop trying to, like, make this, like, Pan-African shit. Like, Beyonce, like, them niggas don't like you. Like, them fucking foreign blacks and shit. Like, bitch, they do not like you. Like, they don't want you in their shit. Like, they're totally fine with this white woman in their shit, but they don't want you in their shit because they don't like Black Americans specifically. Like, that's the problem. Like, that's the issue. And I just want Black Americans to get on board. Like, I just want Black Americans to get on board and understand, like, what's the deal. That's it. Adele is a culture vulture. I really wish Black Americans would stop supporting Adele and buying her music too, which I said in my video on Why I Hate Adele. I was like, motherfuckers will not support Jasmine Sullivan, who's in the same type of lane as Adele, who could blow. Jasmine Sullivan just released a new song last week, right? Like, people will not support Jasmine Sullivan. They will not support her work, but then they'll turn around and buy 100 copies of Adele shit, make her shit go diamond. And then when you be like, why are you niggas listening to this white woman, this blue-eyed soul? They be like, ain't no Black bitches singing like this. So I just hope that the Black Americans stop supporting Adele. I hope that the Black Americans finally wake up and understand that the diaspora does not fuck with us, that Pan-Africanism is not real, that it's not a real thing, that we are seen as a permanent underclass in this country, that everybody hates us, that we're in this really unique position of, you know, people hate us because we're American and people hate us because we're Black. And like, Black Americans need to just stop trying to like get along, like stop trying to get along, like stop trying to get along. Stop trying to put the whole diaspora on our backs and carry, like, they don't want us, like, they don't want us to pick on Adele for them. They're fine with it. Let them. We need to just be defending ourselves and defending our culture and defending our legacy and supporting our own people and not giving a fuck about nobody else. And that's it. that's the end. That's how I feel. That's all I feel about it. Like, that's it. That's all. That's it. White Jamaicans live like kings and queens in Jamaica. Wonder why. I saw a comment on Twitter that said Black Americans love gatekeeping blackness, but I thought they didn't like us. Right, it's like, it's ridiculous. Hi, Mar. Hi, Cherryman Gaming. I'm exhausted with Beyonce trying to big up Pan-Africanism. I get it, but right, like all they talk about is how much they hate her and they don't want her to do it. Like, come on now, girl. And they don't even support it, and we don't even support it either. Black Americans, like, none of it hits. Like, we talked about like Homecoming, Formation, Lemonade for years. Black is King came and went. The Gift came and went. Lion King came and went. Like, that's not for us. That's not for us. That's not what we want. That's not what we want to see. It doesn't even feel the same or hit the same, because that's not even Beyonce's culture either. Like, everybody needs to just stop with that shit and let it the fuck go. Whole playlist, BA Gang playlist on that. People really do hate sex workers. It's frustrating because they love stripper culture but hate actual strippers. I think that I've seen somebody say they didn't think that Monica versus Brandy was a good versus. I think that Monica versus Brandy was a perfect versus, personally. I don't understand why people don't want to give Monica or Brandy their respect. That's really weird to me. Brandy versus Monica was the first battle I watched all the way through. Monica was 12 doing runs some of these girls still can't do in their 20s. Some people need OnlyFans to pay their rent because COVID took their jobs. Hi, Jada. Yeah, Kylo, that's why I got blocked from Shade Room. Method Man a while back had issues with sites like Media Takeout, etc. Shade Room is stupid. OnlyFans should sue and get their money back. Shade Room homophobic as fuck, but its name uses black gay vernacular. Make it make sense. Hi, Ivy. It's all about clicks. Media Takeout is owned by a Ugandan. Worldstar Hip Hop was owned by a Haitian before he died. Now they've taken over LSA. In Toronto, they have 6 Buzz. It's so embarrassing. Ran by an Indian dude. I'm good on all those sites. Yeah, like, they're all trash and they've been trash. That Adele mess is Jamaican business. That Daquan page is ran by an Indian dude who just sold it for $85 million. Let's see. Adele had that jolly, bubbly British personality, so she got a pass. You know, it's really nothing that Americans love more than a British person. Like, even like black Americans just love a Brit. It's so weird. Is it the accent? What is it? Monica, and I sure did mind my black American business. Especially since Adele is dating Skepta. That has nothing to do with my black American business. Right, I was like, not my culture, I'm not in it. It was funny to see, you know, like white woman wearing Bantu knots turns into like those black Americans have no culture. It's just like, they don't like us. Like, that's it. That's all. Why are you lot picking on Adele? Laughs in Black American. I've seen that Jamaicans don't mind because they did the same with Chet Hanks. They told Black Americans to mind our business. Right! And we need to mind our business, alien baby. Like, fine. Like, okay. Like, I really don't care. Like, that's y'all. Okay. I remember that Adele video. You said she was getting praised for mimicking us. And she was. And she is. The attacks on Black Americans are so malicious and unwarranted. It's like they're waiting for something. They're always waiting in the... I don't know, you guys. Listen, I feel like I've been talking about this now for years and years and years, at least 3 or 4 years. I really feel like I don't know what it's going to take for it to sink into niggas' heads. Black Americans. That motherfuckers don't like us. It's like we're hard-headed. It's like I really don't know what the fuck it's going to take. I really don't know. Like, I really don't know. I really don't know. It's like everybody's always so shocked every single time. It's like they've been saying, like, they don't like us. I really don't know what it's going to take. Where was I? She got the jolly, bubbly British personality, so she gets a pass. Black Americans need to wise up as a whole and understand the truth. Black Americans want to be white adjacent so bad. Y'all know we've been playing the game on Instagram for years. Is it a foreign black or is it a white? Seren, you're the non-celebrity equivalent of Azalea Banks. You offend people and then 3 years later, it turns out, surprise, surprise, you were right all along. People ignore the fuck out of Jasmine and every other Black American queen. Wish they just say they hate BAs and leave. They're mad at us for nothing. Jasmine's new song is fire. Black Americans enable a lot of garbage, but then be surprised. Right. Like, y'all, we got to get on it. Who asked for this Pan-African era Beyonce is doing now? The Africans didn't want it, and neither does the young millennial Gen Z audience. Which was why I said, like, I was like, Beyonce's old. She's older. Let me not say old. She's older. So I'm sure she's like, she just has a different mindset. Like, she thinks this is what she's supposed to be doing. I really think she does. I feel like people over a certain age, maybe the age is 35. I feel like Black Americans over a certain age have a certain mindset in terms of like Pan-Africanism and like a lot of ideologies. They just haven't caught on to the fact that we're not on that no more. I mean, not Samuel L. Jackson, because he knows. But, you know... Exhausted with Beyonce. Adele reminds me of Rita Wilson appropriating. I wonder if she can even sing after that drastic weight loss. I grew up in New York, so this mess isn't new to me. Right, world lover. I didn't see that as a furry. People are too obsessed with Black American culture. I will admit, when it first happened, I had something to say about Adele, but then a Jamaican told me Black Americans don't speak for them, and I said, you're correct, and stopped. The thing is, Pan-Africanism was such a thing for us growing up in the 90s. Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like Beyonce, you know, she's like a part of that in terms of like generationally, maybe is the word. I don't know. It's not until you interact with actual continental Africans and other foreign blacks that you learn the truth. Hi, Mar. I'm enjoying it. It's going good. This pillow that I'm laying on is from a couch that I couldn't get through the front door, though. So we'll have to see how that goes. Kelly Price versus Fantasia. That would be good. That's an interesting one, Kyrie. I wish people focus more on their talent because half these new girls can't give us Brandy or Monica anymore. Oh, they can't, bro. They definitely can't give us Brandy or Monica. They can't even give us Cherish. They can't even give us Black. They can't even give us A Little Day and Night, House on a Hill. They can't give us any vocals, let alone Brandy or Monica level. They're not even... Brandy was mentored by Whitney Houston. Like Brandy's over there. and they're over here. Like, Brandy's outside, and they are this air conditioner, okay? Like, they're not even in the same zip code. They're not even in the same galaxy, the same universe. They need to go to a black hole, go through a black hole before they can't even give us Cassie, right? Social purgatory. They can't even give us a little you and me and a little two-step. No, they can't even give us that. Like, they can't even give us a little Danity Kane. Danity Kane's first 2 albums were motherfucking classics, especially that first one. They can't even give us a little showstopper with Young Jock. Okay, like, they can't give us nothing. They can't give us anything, Jada. They can't give us anything. They cannot. They can't give us no Ryan Leslie, no Cassie with Ryan Leslie. No, they cannot. They can't even give us Tyra. Shake your body, move your body. No, I like Cherish. I'm talking about people that I like. I fuck with Cherish. I love Cherish. Like, they can't even give us Megan Good's sister, Lamia Good, Isis, her group. Like, they can't even, like, they can't. Tyra's one song was cute. Tyra's song was a bop. Bailey, I know you know it was. Hi, Sabrina. Like, they're not on that level. Like, they're just not. I'm so serious. Like, they're really not. I'm talking about Tyra Banks, her little song that she put out. Hi, Gary. That Tyra song would have been a hit if it came out today. But people was making fun of it because people were like, why is Tyra trying to release music? But, like, the song is actually cute. Like, it was a bop. And they're letting the girls get away with, like, way worse nowadays. Like, the bars on the floor. Like, damn, we should have let Tyra prosper and have a little music career. At least she was the one singing, unlike J-Lo. Yeah, Tyra. She had that little song. Shake your body, move your body. Da-da-da, like, it was on America's Next Top Model and everything. She had the girls in the video. And she was serving in the video. Find it. Look it up. It's on YouTube. Where was I? Let me go back to the comment where I was in the comments. Kelly Price versus Fantasia. The anti-Black American tweets always have African American vernacular English insults in them. Yeah, that'd be the funniest part. Y'all don't remember last year when Diaspora Twitter tried to say that Black Americans weren't invited to the cookout, and niggas was like, you can't say we. Because the cookout, because the slang terminology and the ebonics and the cookout, and when we go to the cookout, it's in the backyard, and the Black American, yeah, exactly. But we created the cookout. Ivy, we invented the cookout. Like, that should be hilarious. Right, Queen, like, it'd be funny. Like, it's a joke. It'd be a joke. Like, it'd be a joke. It'd be a joke to me. I'd be laughing. I'm so far behind in these comments. Okay, let me really look at the comments. Okay, comments. Where was I? Where was I? There. Being blocked. Hi, Prince Girl. Being blocked by the Shade Room is an honor. It's bizarre how people can know the clear and concise difference between Japanese, Korean, and South Asian, but Black people are always grouped in together. Right, bushy brows. I said the same thing in one of my videos. I was like, you guys realize, like, Japan, for example, they literally occupied Korea, and there's, like, still beef to this day. Like, you guys know I always talk about the movie The Handmaiden, which is a great movie, and a huge part of, like, the conflict in that movie had to do with Japan occupying Korea, and, like, they forced them to, like, speak Japanese. Like, they weren't allowed to speak Korean, and, there wasn't this ideal that the Japanese were like more beautiful than the Koreans because the Japanese were like paler and they had like more quote unquote refined features, all these things. So imagine being like, well, they're all Asian, they're all the same. No. They're not. Imagine being like, well, Japan and Korea should both get money for the Japan occupation because they're both Asian. No! Or another one that I've used before. Imagine them saying like, well, the Germans and the Jews should both get reparations for the Holocaust because they're all white. Like, no, that's not how it works. We understand this with everything else until it comes to niggas. I feel this is Beyonce's final Pan-African work. I think she wanted to highlight the dual, far distant African side of her lineage at least once in her career. Also, again, like, I know this has become like a larger topic, more poppin', whatever, but like, please look at the BA Gang playlist as well as the Black Americans playlist, because we've been talking about this stuff for a long time, since like, I don't know, 2015, 16. Continental Africans only want Pan-Africanism when it's time to sell something or support one of their artists. But when any Black American tries to include themselves in African culture, they get irate. Pan-Africanism is pushed at us in one breath, and tribalism, we're not like them in the next. They switch gears when it's convenient. Brandy and Monica are both great. They're like the Gladys Knight and Diana Ross of our time. That's an interesting comparison. I see somebody, they were talking, hi, keep making, they were talking, somebody was like, Nigeria only became a country in 1960. Our grandparents are older than all of them. Oh my God. I was like, bro, that shit had me dying. Like, that's the funniest thing. The funniest thing is that when Black Americans like get to roasting, they'll say some shit that'll like really hurt your feelings. I used to love Brits because of the accent, but now I can't. I have so many thoughts on this, actually. I feel like other Black people in the diaspora are still spiritually behind. There's an episode of American Dad where Steve keeps following the bad advice of some British kids. Just because they're British, he thought they sounded intelligent. Adele with Bantu knots look like Cynthia from Rugrats. I have a video on Black American culture, several, like a whole web series. Michael B. Jordan said Black Americans didn't have culture like 2 or 3 years ago, and I did a video on that. And the comments are great. Everyone should go check them out. Black Americans have no culture, but Versus is more watched than the VMAs. Okay. Hi, Chassis. Hi, Max Data. Versus, created by 2 whole Black Americans, is the most poppin' thing out right now. No offense, but the British accent really does put me off, especially out of the mouth of a young person or a kid. I'm like, why do you sound like that? That accent is for old people. Versus is ours. That's literally part of our culture that we created. Adele's whole career was built off Blue Eye Soul music. She's been a cultural appropriator. Whole video, why I hate Adele, because she's a culture vulture ass bitch from years ago. Jamaicans better be careful, because their culture is second most appropriated after Black Americans. Hi, Nelson. Beyonce turns 39 tomorrow. Beyonce has always had this message in her music. It's just how she was raised. I'm the same age as Beyonce, and I totally understand it, but I don't agree with it anymore. No, Beyonce's 38. She's turning 39. She was born in 81. Adele's idolization of Beyonce was always weird to me. Always seemed like she was living through her because she wished she was Black. I agree. A lot of older folks have an outdated perspective on blackness. Sometimes it's hard to get it into their heads that we feel differently. Woo! Serena won. The new girls can't sing, child. Yes, B is coming from a genuine place. She values Black American culture. She's at least not one of the we're cultureless and lost folks. I think she just wants all Black folks to be united. It's sad. Yeah, I agree with that too. I agree that I think that's definitely the place that she's trying to come from. Like, I agree with that. But no, she needs to let that go. I'm feeling really unappreciated. Kylo! I'm about to go listen. People were trying to compare Jhené Aiko to Sade 4 days ago. I almost had an aneurysm. Oh, wow. Did y'all see that Twitter debate? Because people were saying Jhené Aiko is better than Sade. I haven't laughed that hard in a while. Bro, I don't know what type of hold Jhené Aiko non-singing ass has over people. Like, motherfuckers really think... I don't know. I've tried listening to her music. She doesn't seem like a cool person. I just don't know what it is. Like, she doesn't seem like a great person. She doesn't seem like she has a great personality. She doesn't seem like, wow, she's just a badass bitch, so I just have to, like, support her because she's just, like, so bad. Her music is mediocre. Her like the talent, the voice. I just don't get what is the, like, I don't understand. I really don't understand. Like, I'm being so genuine. Like, I'm being for real. Right, like, social person, like, she's not giving choreography. Like, it's not like she can dance. Like, I just don't, like, what is this hold that Jhené Aiko has over people? And then to compare it to Sade, and I'm not even a super fan of Sade personally. Like, I'm not. But, like, what? Is it colorism when they're both light-skinned? Is it colorism? Is it? Somebody said colorism. Because Sade's light-skinned too. She's biracial. Like, I don't know. I'm not a huge Sade fan either, but come on. Is it because Jhené Aiko's Asian? Like, what is it? I don't know what it is. Plays Jeopardy theme. Fake spirit. It's because she's fake spiritual. I think fake spiritual people like her. It's because she's light skinned. Her music is weed smoking music. That's why they think Jean is pretty. I like some of Jean's songs, but now it's like album 10 with the same vibe and content. That's disrespectful. What? Sade deserves no type of disrespect like that. People are extra. Pretty privilege. Weed smoking music. Where are the hits? Right. Like, Sade has... I just heard one of Sade's songs on the motherfucking radio the other day. Soldier of Love. Like... Sade has shit that they still play on the radio to this day. Like, actual classics. I don't even think I could name not even one Jhené Aiko song. Like, I'm being dead serious. I don't even think I could name one Jhené Aiko song. Ever. Like, does Jhené Aiko have any songs that y'all, like, that are going to be classic songs that are literally played 30 years from now on the radio? Soldier of Love and No Ordinary Love you can hear on the radio to this motherfucking day. Like... I mean, I'm not into Smooth Operator, like, and I'm not even into Sade like that. But I know these songs because they're classic songs that come on all the time that, you know, like, people know. I mean, my mother loves Sade. She's like a Sade fanatic, but Jhené makes music for people who... Is her name Jhené or is it Jean, too? She makes music for people who burn incense and sage for the ancestors while smoking weed. Sweetest Taboo and Is It a Crime stay on my radio. So it's Janae. Okay, that's what I thought. Janae, not Jean. It's Janae. Okay, so I'm pronouncing it right. Janae. I mean, can you guys say that The Worst is a classic when I don't know that song? Not like because I'm special or anything, but I don't know that song. I've never heard that song. I couldn't pick that song out of a lineup. I've never heard it on the radio. Like, if I have to go out of my way to listen to the song, is it a classic? Like, you know? Like, ABC by the Jackson 5 is a classic. You know the motherfucking song. Like, Smooth Criminal is a motherfucking classic. Like, you don't have to go look the song up to know it. I'm talking about, like, if they're comparing Jhené Aiko to Sade that has classic music, does Jhené Aiko have any classic music? Does she have even one classic song? That's a classic. A classic. A classic. For her to be being compared to Sade? No. Okay. So that's a no then. That's a no. I think people want her to be better than she really is because of how she looks. Jhené Aiko been out since motherfucking Bump Bump Bump. B2K. Jhené Aiko's been around for a long time. And I still don't know none of the bitch music. Which is saying something. Like, I remember when she was Rasby and them little fake play cousin. And I still do not know a song by her. Nothing. She's been out for a long time. I first heard her on some TDE stuff. Like some Kendrick Lamar stuff. Yeah, she's been out since like 2002, 2003. She's not a new artist. It's because she's exotic. So y'all are just saying that they want her to be the shit because they like how she looks. Isn't that so sad? Isn't that so sad? Isn't that so depressing? Big Gang playlist has definitely brought me up to speed. Black Americans invented roasting, literally. Some people don't get our humor, why we're so good at it and devastating with it. When you have nothing, humor could be an escape, something you can attain. She really did look like Cynthia from Rugrats. I was waiting for the meme. Somebody said there's also no such thing as African culture for them to be getting upset. There are many cultures and ethnicities within Africa. You mean like an audio only format, Lami? I remember that. Hi, Natural Remedies Coach. I remember that Michael B. Jordan video. I think you were still on Twitter then. It's at least 3 years old. Like, it's old. Like, we've been having these conversations for a long time now. Years. Michael B. Jordan really pissed me off with that. I do not want him to be the new Black Panther like some folks want. They better be careful and humble themselves. Adele looked way better chubby. She did. Michael B. Jordan won't be the new Black Panther. Shuri will be. Shuri should be next in line. Timbaland and Swiss Beats created verses. I get that Shuri will probably be Black Panther. I personally think no one else should be. Black Brits. Hi, Brooke. Black Brits deadass come back with you with jokes about the police killing us if you dare make fun of the way they speak or what they eat. But the next thing you know, they want to say some Black Lives Matter. Which is it? Black Americans try to support the diaspora, but we get pushback. So we snapped out of that. I understand it too. I remember growing up, everyone put Africa on a pedestal. Except my mom, she always said we are Black Americans. Hi, Uppity Unicorn. Yep, I'm here. We're always live on Thursdays. It's not always at the same time, but Gary, Black Americans tried to build a bridge. Time to give it up. Mainlander nonsense, Gary. Janae is so very mediocre. I really don't get it. Comparing her to who? Janae and Sade. That just gave me a headache. See, and Trey said, does she have any hits? Does Janae have any hits? Janae Aiko is responsible for the current sound of music. Now, you know what verses that might... Actually, I don't know. I was gonna say, you know, a versus that might actually be interesting: Jhené Aiko versus SZA, because some people would say that SZA is responsible for the current sound of music. I think SZA could probably outright Jhené Aiko. It's because she's light skinned. Swiss Beats' mom is Black American. His dad is Eritrean. Like Nipsey Hussle. Jhené Aiko is music is weed smoking music. People just think she's pretty. Mahar. Pretty privilege. I know a lot of people say they do like Janae's sister better than her. Trey, where are the hits? Trey wrote about 3 times. Where are the hits? Jhené Aiko, where are the hits? I agree, she doesn't have a lot of range. Her songs sound the same a lot of the time. Fake spiritual people like her. Jhené reminds me of Cassie. She's pretty, slightly exotic, and aggressively mediocre. I don't even really like Sade, but nah. Yes, give us nothing, girl. Yes. And let's compare you to some classic, iconic artists. Yes. Jhené Aiko does R&B trap, but Summer Walker does it better. Not sure how Jhené Aiko still has a job. Fake spiritual is it. People love that sage shit. Jhené and her whisper vocals, nah, I'm good. It's because these younger kids know nothing. They like the way she looks, that's it. It's like that old movie All About Eve. Everyone sees what Black Americans do and create, and they think our black looks better on them. They really think we could be replaced. What does Jhené do successfully? Don't let my father hear folks talking about Jhené being better than his precious Sade. She's the one woman he said he'd leave my stepmom for. I seen a lot of y'all saying, like, is people in love with Sade to this day. Like, Sade will go sell out a motherfucking stadium to this day. Like, Jhené blocked you on Twitter, Smiley? She's very sensitive. They better leave Sade alone. Not gonna lie, I like some of her songs, but I won't say she's all that, and she definitely got nothing on Sade. I think it's a mixture of all that. She's light-skinned, fake spiritual, all that. People eat it up. It's ASMR music. Monica, am I the only one who doesn't trust people with bad taste in music? No, Nelson, you're not. Literally every Sade album that comes out. Oh, literally every Sade album comes out the gate a classic. I'll swing over Sade. I got 4 CDs and a vinyl ready to go of Sade. I think Jhené created a lane for people that just exist, nothing special, but they just exist. I don't super care for Sade's music either, World Lover. They like her because they're coming from the Childish Gambino fandom. I know men who are in love with Sade to this day. I can't even name one Jhené lyric. We all only know one lyric, and that's eat the booty like groceries. That's it. Her and Kalani are in the same league for me. I really don't understand the obsession. Yes, Kalani is another one, Bailey. Like, people are really obsessed like she's making the best R&B music they've ever heard. And I don't understand it at all. It's so weird. And I've tried listening to Kalani. Like, I mean, she has like a decent enough voice, I guess. Like, she can't blow. Like, the bitch ain't no Whitney Houston. I feel like I compare everyone to Whitney Houston. Maybe that's the problem. My first thought, they'd be like, oh my God, the album's so great. And she could really sing, like she could blow, da 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 da. And I listen, I'd be like, I mean, the bitch ain't no Whitney Houston. Like, this ain't no motherfucking Full Moon or Never Say Never by Brandy. I mean, it's not, it's all right. It's not great R&B. Like, great R&B, like great R&B. No, none of it is great. No, none of it is great. Mar, you do too? You go to Whitney Houston? I've never listened to Kalani or however you pronounce it. I'm prejudiced towards exotic looking women. Like, no. Kalani is definitely trying to like act like she's Aaliyah or somebody too. Whitney is the voice by which all others are measured. Literally, the voice. Like, the voice. When I think of great R&B, I literally think of like, I think of Whitney Houston and I think of Brandy. Like seriously. I think Monica makes great R&B too, personally. And then I think of like, I don't know, great contemporary R&B, Miguel. I think Miguel is extremely underrated for some reason. They are Aaliyah knockoffs. They are. It's a lot of Aaliyah knockoffs out running around out here. Oh, Chloe and Halle. Yeah, great R&B. Can sing. Amazing songs. Amazing lyrics. Amazing subject matter. Definitely. Let's see. Kalani is just a good... Kalani, somebody said something about Kalani. Sorry, I missed it. Janae makes haunted weed music. Janae puts out nasty music here and there and people go wild. I'm bored, honestly. Kalani is another one that can't sing. I'm hoping there's been some growth. Janae Aiko. Her music is the worst. Haha. When I was a kid, Sade sounded like elevator music, but I got more respect for her music as I got older. The real tea is that Janae's sister, Mila J, deserves more attention. Janae. Okay, Mar. The worst is not a classic. It's her most noteworthy song, but not a classic. Her name is probably Jean, but she changed it to Janae when she got some coins because she thinks she cute. The worst is not a classic. It's just one of her first hits. While We're Young is a great song by Janae. I haven't gotten into any of her other songs. There's no comparison between her and Sade. I couldn't name a single Janae song. She has no classics. For a long time, I didn't even know she was a musician. People want her to be better than she really is because of how she looks. My ancestors wouldn't like Janae's music. I'm gonna play old ass music from the 30s and 60s for the ancestors. The fuck my ancestors gonna do with Janae besides curse my food to be bland for the insult? How long has she been out? Yeah, she's been out a long time, Alien Baby. The Bar is in Hell. No classics. She's trash. She's a mixtape artist that should only be viewed as such. I thought she was like a celeb's ex that got famous. I didn't even know she was a singer. I feel like Janae got one or two nice songs, but Sade is definitely better. Somebody said Eternal Sunshine. I've never even heard of these songs, let alone heard them. Is she Korean? I don't know. Is she? Sade got Love Deluxe, which is a whole album full of hard hitters. I remember when they were saying she was Lil Fiz's cousin. Janae's been out since like 02, 03. She's 1/4 Japanese. The Worst came out in 2013. Even if it was a monster smash, which it wasn't, it need to be out way longer than 7 years to be a classic. Oh my God! Do you guys remember that live stream where we were talking about Beyonce? And we were like, at what point is Beyonce going to be considered a classic, legendary, iconic artist? And people were like, Beyonce hasn't been out long enough to be considered, and she doesn't have like enough classic, iconic hits. But now you have people saying that Janae Aiko is better than Sade. It's very interesting. Your faves aren't legends, Adrian. That was the damn video. Your faves aren't legends. I only know her because she sung songs with TDE. That's literally the only reason why I knew what a Janae Aiko was before Eat the Booty Like Groceries. Well, I knew her from Bump 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 days, but I never knew her name until TDE. Janae's music is not classic. Her music is just bedroom music. Stop, y'all. She does not have a classic. Yeah. I really thought she came out in like 2012. Didn't know she'd been around that long. If y'all go look at them old B2K videos, she's in most of them. I do think looks have replaced actual pins and talent in social media and stan culture. Mar, I agree with you. We roasted Adele so good, non-Black Americans thought we were really pressed about it when it was just jokes. Tupac and Biggie died at 25 and 24 respectively. Look at the rappers today that are the same age. The first single Jhené Aiko put out was the song No Love in 2003. There isn't, Lami, but I'll look into it. I'll give the girls credit. They have beautiful soft voices, but the industry is too saturated with that now. Sade ushered in the exotic, non-soul, four-note singing era. Now Black female singers gotta be exotic. Jhené also could not beat A-Marie, who served vocals and choreography, and A-Marie just released an album last year. And A-Marie has a book club. Hi, Brooke, on Instagram. Y'all think SZA would win? SZA would win. A Jhené Aiko and SZA versus. SZA would win with those Looney Tune vocals. A-Marie did drop an album, but it's just not appreciated or checked. She doesn't get her due. I want to see SZA versus Summer Walker, Jada. You know Summer Walker be on her, not Erica. Summer Walker be on her Lauryn Hill. She comes sing one song, then drop the mic and leave. And she's going to be 3 hours late. Not gonna lie, Jhené Aiko seems like a bitch in real life. Not sure how Jhené Aiko still has a job. She's grandfathered in at this point. Yeah, because she's been around for a while. She was out before Kendrick Lamar and them. Chloe and Halle are next up. I hope they can bring real vocals back. Sweetie and Jhené Aiko have lasted because they're pretty. Monica's like, that's it. That is it. All you ever did was have a hot daughter. That's it. That is it. Ungodly Hour was great. Chloe and Halle have the next few decades on lock. Jhené Aiko blocks to protect her energy. Okay. Sade could disappear for 20 years and still come in and pack stadiums or drop another best of or remix album. What even started that Sade versus Jhené? Probably some Jhené Aiko stan. I didn't even know she was the eat the booty like groceries chick. That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't even really know who she is. Like, her fans know who she is. But that doesn't mean that she's a classic, iconic artist. Y'all saying that Black Brits don't even have culture. Even drill, which is technically Black Brit culture, was created in Chicago by Black Americans. Oh my God. And a lot of fucking Black Brits will really argue you down when you be like, no, drill is from Chicago. And they be like, no, it's not. You guys think everything came from America. And we'd be like, bitch, that shit was started by Chief Keef, Lil Durk, Reese, Fredo, may he rest in peace, R.I.P. Fredo, that was my nigga. Like, that shit came from Chicago. And then they go do their Googles and they be like, oh, well, I didn't know that. I never heard that. Like, yeah, bitch, because you're fucking ignorant, dumbass. Is it a foreign black or is it a white? Ignorant, but got so much to say. Whitney is the standard. Kalani has a decent voice, but she's not special. YouTube keeps pushing this interview of Kalani, calling her the queen of R&B. Oh, she must owe Lear Cohen a favor. I listened to Kalani's recent album because they was gassing it up, and I was like, it's fine. People was acting like that album that just came out was the best shit that ever came out. And where is the album now? Like, and people act like these albums are so good, and these girls are so good, and their songs are so good, and then their stuff just come and go. Hell yeah, that's the problem. Whitney had pipes. I want girl groups to come back. Kalani pissed me off with that Can I song. These new chicks need to leave Aaliyah's stuff alone. Sade No Ordinary Love has 106 billion views on YouTube. Whitney is the voice by which all others are measured. I loved Kalani's last album. Did you, Trey? What did you like about it? The whisper soft voices were cute for a bit, but we need something now. These Aaliyah knockoffs are trash. Everything feels derivative now. You comparing them to Whitney, you will never be satisfied. You gotta lower your standards for the girls. No! I want SWV versus TLC or In Vogue. No, I want TLC versus Destiny's Child. TLC versus Destiny's Child is the one. If we're gonna do maybe SWV versus In Vogue, maybe, but TLC versus Destiny's Child is the wave. Whitney is the blueprint. I liked Kalani back in her Vine days. That's as far as I took it. I wish I could get away with being mediocre and still have a singing career. Tiana Taylor's last album was actually really pretty, great sound. Tiana Taylor can sing. And I like her little niche fan base that she has built. People that fuck with her. Kalani is no one's Aaliyah. The artists of the past actually had to work on their talent compared to a lot of artists nowadays where they get away with the bare minimum. I sure do. Whitney is the benchmark. If you can't sing or have good songs, I mean, what can I do with you? You can look at them on Instagram and you can stand them, Kyrie, because they look pretty and they serve you a look. That's it. And you like their personality. That's all. Please don't compare Kalani to Aaliyah. None of these singers can sing. That's the problem. Everybody's just ripping off the 90s. No creativity from these new artists. Aaliyah is another one when I think of classic R&B. Mariah, of course. I saw an interviewer ask Kalani if she's inspired by Aaliyah, and Kalani looked offended, said she's not at all. I was like, simmer down, girl. Solange, of course. I don't even know if I would classify Solange as R&B. Solange is like on a whole nother universe, but okay, Solange. I kind of feel like Solange does jazz, but yes, Solange. I want to like Tiana Taylor's music because I like her, but I just can't get into it. Right, Remy. I can't get into her music either, but kind of similar to like a Solange. I don't think Tiana Taylor's making music for everybody. I think she's making like her little niche stuff. Nobody wants to have someone belt out songs all the time. Sade was the vibe music of the 90s, and Janae is the vibe music of the current day. Well, I think the thing is that why do you feel like those are the two options? You got to be either belting out songs or vibing. Like, Whitney Houston could belt a song out and she could motherfucking vibe a song out. The girls don't have the range is the point. And y'all allow them to be mediocre. You don't expect more from them. Sade could belt a song out too if she really wanted to. Miguel is a beast. Solange has that earthy black alternative sound. Janae is elevator music. She's soothing. That's it. Oh, I like Coco Jones. I like Coco. Janae doesn't have classics, and that's accurate. Popular doesn't equal classic. I think that's a part of it too, Chassis. Popular does not mean it's a classic. Even if it's popular for right now. If Janae was dark-skinned, will we know her name? I mean, I like the song Growing Apart, but is that a classic? I don't think so. That's not even her song. That's Kendrick Lamar's song. I do think The Worst is a good song, but I do agree people need to learn the difference in between a classic and a popular song. Who made that comment about Janae and the Ancestors? I'm crying. Miguel is amazing. I've listened to his two recent albums and loved them. Beautiful gowns. Great gowns, Janae. Beautiful gowns. This really is the era of the singing Instagram girl, and I hate it so much. Janae is black, Japanese, and Native American. She's triracial. Isn't she like 33% each? If she's been out since B2K days and has talent, where are those billboards? I probably listen to something off Kaleidoscope Dream or All I Want Is You every day. Kaleidoscope Dream. Kaleidoscope Dream. That's my jam. Janae has mixtapes that people latched onto. I don't think she actually has a good album. So shouldn't that put Janae Aiko in the same lane as Tanashi? Not Sade? You remember it, Mar? Bump, bump, bump. Janae was in the Why I Love You B2K video back in 2003. Tanashi is better than Janae. Beyonce is in her own lane at a level so far up. Miguel is great. Tanashi is great when she does pop. Beyonce is an icon. What's the qualification to be considered a legend to the younger generation? I'm so confused. Everybody is a legend with classics nowadays. Beyonce became iconic with Single Ladies. Janae was on the B2K song called Tease or something like that. Like, she's been around for a while. Tanashi is awful. Stan culture has reached a height that I've never foreseen. Between Destiny's Child and Beyonce's solo career, I can't believe people still doubt her legend status. Hi, Olivia. Beyonce been in the game so long, you can't even get to her level of celebrity entertainer anymore. She's the last of an era. Lauryn Hill became a legend with only one album. Beyonce is definitely a legend. Mila J has a child with Omarion's brother too, if I remember. No, that would be Janae Aiko. She's the one that has the baby with Omarion's brother, which I didn't even know until recently. I've low-key given up on music these days. We still get good music here and there, but the industry now has turned into a clown show, which is also why now you have shit like the VMAs that's whack now. It's whack. Oh, I like phony people. I do like phony people. Phony people versus the internet. That'd be an interesting versus. I tried so hard to get into the internet and I never could, but I like phony people, which is kind of funny. Janae would only beat SZA on a versus off of the sheer volume of material. Beyonce really is the last of an era. Maybe after the pandemic, we will see a revival in great music. Perhaps I'm being too optimistic. You don't need a bunch of albums to be legendary. Jodeci only had 3 albums and were only out for like 5 or 6 years, and they innovated both R&B and hip hop. Of course, Vanity. You'll always find good music around. Sade could sing the worst if she wanted. Janae could not sing Smooth Operator. No, it's not. You lot. Y'all are funny. And British fucking drill music sounds, because they have these accents. It just sounds. I don't even know how it sounds. Like, yeah, bruv, we're gonna get the chopper. Sir, please. Sir, please. 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 Gonna knife you, bruv. Sorry. I'm sorry. Funny People is a group. Got a man, but I'm fucking around because I'm young and I can't be tied down. Funny People's good. They don't even have guns in the UK. Talk about choppers. Right, like you're gonna stab someone with your mother's kitchen knife. Please stop. Please. Stop it. And they'd be like, it's rough out here. I'm sorry. They're gonna be mad. Like, okay, sir. Or whatever. You don't have to prove to me that it's rough where you are. I really don't fucking care. That's the difference between me and you. The only person that could do a versus with Mariah was Whitney. Beyonce belts and can do soft. Hi, Marcy. There's plenty of people that can belt and do a ballad, like a lot of people. Solange's Tony and I Decided are still amazing to me. Should have been in love by now if it wasn't for Tony. That nigga Tony. Nelson. I was about to say it's because they don't have the range, and you said it as I did. Who is belting, doing neo soul music? Y'all just say anything. If you want to look pretty, be a model. Don't dilute the pool of music. Chloe and Halle belt and do soft in one song. It's range, people range. Hi, Teddy. Really, all these singers are actually pop singers, but since they're black or black adjacent, they're automatically labeled R&B. The new girls need to get with some OGs and get some lessons. I wouldn't call anybody's music classic right now as far as singing. Popularity can be fleeting, but being a classic is lasting the test of time. Been listening to Miguel since his mixtapes. I've seen Sade in concert and she sounds amazing live. Whoa, who the fuck put Janae in the category of Sade? Can y'all believe All I Want Is You is 10 years old now? Damn, still waiting on Miguel's studio version of Kiss It Better. Hi, Richie. Janae has more hits than Tanashi. Tanashi is a better artist than Janae and Kalani. I have no idea why she doesn't get love. Tanashi can actually dance as well. I think Tanashi has the it factor over Janae. So it really seems like people just like Janae's personality. Tanashi's team also sucks and don't know how to pick singles. She has hidden gems on many albums. Executives that don't know what the fuck they're doing, which we already talked about. Tanashi is a pretty good artist. You have to look at what she's put out independently. Oh, Kyrie, you want this Rihanna album so bad. Kyrie has been talking about this Rihanna reggae album for like 2 solid years. I think Janae makes more consistently good music than Tanashi. Like, Tanashi's stuff is hit or miss. You can't forget Lauren was in the Fuji, so that also counts. Let's see. The Internet has a classic 2010s album. What album was it? I'm not even being shady. What album was it? No, Phony People is a group. Phony People is not a song by the Internet. I think Phony People is a song by the Internet. I don't know why that was so funny. Phony People is a group. The Fucking Around. They did Fucking Around with Meg Thee Stallion. Phony People is a group. I like Phony People. They're really good. It's Tuesday. Gonna go have my tea and crumpets with 21 Savage, eh? Oh, wait, no, that's Canada. Sorry. I have to check out Phony People now. Yes, check them out, Olivia. They're good. British rap is a joke, and I don't care if they mad. They were talking about Black Americans bad this week, so yes, let's have a laugh. We in these ride-bys. You guys are funny. I was literally going to bring up their kniving brags earlier, but I didn't want to go there. They eat beans on toast. Can't take these British rappers seriously. Now, beans on toast tastes kind of good. I'm not going to hold you. A tuna melt with some beans, and you dip the tuna melt in, and you put some beans on the toasted bread. I mean, it does kind of hit. Like, the Brits got that. Like, it sounds weird. I don't know if I'd have that for breakfast, but it's not bad. It doesn't taste terrible. I'll pass. Let's see. Chloe and Hallie are just wow. You wouldn't say Lauren is, Richie? Why not? Chloe and Hallie's tennis court is putting in work. Jill Scott's albums are classics. Oh yes, Jill Scott, classic R&B. I just heard Let's Take a Long Walk on the radio the other day too. Maya has hits. I would say that Fear of Flying and Mood Ring are both classic albums. And her first one too. Maya's. Tanashi has a terrible team. What personality does Janae have for people to like? I'm confused. Hi, Jersey. Alien Baby whispers, what personality? Normani has a trash team, too. Really like Tanashi in her independent Tumblr days. Tanashi has the personality of a paper bag. Tanashi's really talented, but no one likes her. Rihanna album, yeah, okay, what's next? Santa Claus. Erykah Badu can also belt. All of her music isn't vibe music. Green Eyes is a good example of that. Tanashi doesn't really stand out. I think that's the problem. She's fine, she sings fine, she dances fine, but there are like 6 of her in the industry already. Oh, Tinashe, not Tanashi, my bad. Ego Death is a good album by the Internet. My mother loves the Internet. I don't know. Their music doesn't do it for me for some reason. Sid puts out consistent good songs. 21 Savage is British. That's why I said him. Yes, barbecue beans with a tuna melt. Try it. Try it with some hot sauce, with some nice sharp cheddar. Beans on toast Twitter. I can't with the beans on toast. So is the sound of grind being offbeat? How do you dance to it? Social purgatory. Gonna roll through England. The UK is on no one's list for culinary talent. Tanashi's song Bet out vocals Janae Aiko's entire career. I grab a stick every time Case of the X comes on. Maya's Case of the X will last the test of time. I feel like Moving On too is a good one. Sierra would set Tanashi on fire if there was a dance battle. I mean, nobody's out dancing Sierra except Janet. It's literally like Janet, Sierra, everybody else. In terms of the girls. Sierra's too good for Tanashi. Sierra and Tanashi are not contemporaries. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Like, what? I mean, and Sierra has a lot of fucking hits. Like, hits. Like, fucking hits. Sierra's had a hit almost every single era. She's had a fucking hit. Like, Goodies, hit. Oh, hit. Body Party, hit. Promise, hit. Like, Lose Control with Missy Elliott, hit. Like, Sierra, hit. Sierra had a motherfucking streak. Like, Sierra was hitting, like, on everybody. Like, everything Sierra put out was hit. Yes, Get Up. You must not know my name. You must not know my name. Sierra time. Sierra time. Take a picture. Like, Sierra is that girl. Ride. Yes, like, Sierra has a lot of fucking hits. Like, a lot. A lot of them. And she came out the gate with hits. Goodies was her first single. Like, she came out the gate with a poppin' ass, fire ass hit. Maya was in high school dealing with baby mama drama and moving on. Folks better stop playing with Cece. I feel like Normani is comparable to Sierra in terms of dancing. Now, admittedly, I haven't seen very much of Normani. My first instinct would be to say no. But I literally don't think anybody, I don't think anybody can outdance, I don't think any girl can outdance Sierra except Janet Jackson. And I don't think anybody's touching Janet Jackson except Michael Jackson. Like, period. Like, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Sierra, Chris Brown. That's like the 4 horsemen of the motherfucking dance apocalypse. I do not think that Normani is touching Sierra when it comes to dance. Sierra can dance her fucking ass off. I mean, like, Normani can dance. Like, she's cute. She's cute. Sierra can dance her fucking ass off. Like, Sierra can really fucking dance. Like, boom cats. Yes, Kyrie. Boom cats. Sierra can fucking dance. I could just watch Sierra dance all day. Aaliyah. I'm buffering. That was the sound of a million Aaliyah fans coming to tell me that it's Michael Jackson. That's why I started buffering. And Aaliyah can dance. Aaliyah had a lot of natural, like, she was a natural. She had, like, a lot of natural talent in the way that she moved. She could dance. I just don't think anybody's out dancing Sierra except Janet Jackson. That's it. The only person who could compete with Sierra with dancing is Chris Brown. Normani is up there, but she's not after Sierra. Normani dances like Beyonce to me. Was listening to Janet's Velvet Rope last week. Janet is legendary. Sierra could have led a crew and you got served. How about Beyonce when it comes to dance? I think Beyonce's dancing has improved a lot. Beyonce used to dance to me like she was counting numbers in her head. It's improved a lot in the last 7 to 8 years. 7 to 10 years, maybe. I literally used to look at Beyonce and be like, Beyonce literally looks like she's like 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, that's how Beyonce used to look. Like, in the Say My Name video, they're doing those poses because none of the girls could pick up the choreography. Like, that's why they're doing the, like, every other day I will call, you will say, baby, how's your day? But today, they're doing them poses because the bitches couldn't pick up the choreo. Like, Beyonce's improved a lot. Beyonce was never no great, amazing dancer. It's only been within the last 7 to 10 years that she's really picked up her. You could tell she worked. You could tell she worked really hard. You could tell she worked really hard to improve. She's gotten a lot better. I do not think that Beyonce is like no top tier dancer though. And no one's gonna ever change my mind. Sorry. Like, because a top tier dancer is Michael Jackson. And that's just, no. Beyonce's, her choreo is cute though. It's cute. It's cute. But like, it's a reason why like random people on TikTok can like learn Beyonce's choreo and do like the side by side and be like hitting every move. You can't just hit every move Michael Jackson like does. You can't just hit the motherfucking moonwalk and shit. Like, you just can't do that for TikTok. Like, you just can't do that. Sierra could definitely dance. Normani and Sierra have different dance styles. Janet ain't got nobody to worry about but her brother coming for her rhythm. Sierra is defying physics when she dances. She makes you ask, how the fuck does she do that? Right, Peachy. I want to see a dance-off between the teams of Michael, Janet Jackson versus Sierra and Chris Brown. Oh, they have all type of video compilations on YouTube of Michael, Janet, Sierra, and Chris. I've seen all of them. You should look them up. I do not agree. Chris Brown does not get too much credit when it comes to dancing. Chris Brown could dance his ass off. Maybe not now because of like the drugs and everything, but Chris Brown in his prime, nobody was touching Chris Brown. Literally no one except Michael Jackson. Like, Chris Brown can fucking dance. I know we hate Chris Brown in 2020, but Chris Brown does not get too much when it comes to his dancing. I 100% do not agree. Chris Brown can fucking dance. Like, and he's been dancing ever since he was a child and like studying gymnastics and all that. I remember in an interview, he said his worst fear when he was a child and he hit puberty and he started like growing and getting taller was that he would get too tall and he wouldn't be able to dance anymore. Because once you get taller, it gets harder to like dance and control your body and like your center of rhythm and shit. Like, dancing was like Chris Brown's life, and he's a beast. Like, he's definitely not overrated when it comes to dance. I won't agree. Chris is a beast. Yeah, Chris Brown is a beast. Michael and Janet are the standard. Tiana can dance too. Tiana Taylor can dance too. Beyonce's dancing is too robotic. Normani and Beyonce are more classically classroom trained. Ciara is a natural street dancer. I love some Beyonce, but don't put her in the dance combo to me. I used to think Beyonce used to dance way too hard. Beyonce is great with choreo. That's it. Beyonce also repeats moves. Beyonce got better in the first On the Run concert. In my opinion, that's when she started getting down. That's when you think it was? She definitely improved a lot. Vanity, I gotta throw my boo Prince in the ring. He was an amazing natural dancer. Beyonce and Normani do choreography. Ciara and Chris Brown can do real street hip hop and classical. Yes, and I think there's a difference to that too. Like, can you do choreo and can you also just move your body naturally? Not everybody can do both. That's why I said like Aaliyah had a natural, she was a natural, she could move and she could do choreo. I don't think she was a better dancer than Ciara. I don't even think she was on Ciara's level, but she was a great dancer. B, top tier dancer, never. Ciara could outdance Beyonce. Beyonce only can do counts. She can't freestyle. Yeah, she can only do counts. Beyonce is good technically, but she's not a natural dancer. I remember in One B's Big, you said Beyonce was like 1, 2, 3, Millie Rock, 4. That's how she used to look. She used to be like, everybody mad. Money. Everybody mad. And I also said in that video that I think that's part of her pageant training too. Like, just, you know, counting steps, hitting a mark. The tape is on the floor here. The tape is on the floor there. You look at the camera here, the light's up there, you smile. I feel like all of that has been very influential in the way that Beyonce moves and performs. And she's been easing up, but she's been easing up. I said 2013 because I was thinking since her self-titled, she's been easing up on that. She's been easing up on that a lot, and she's improved a lot for me. Like, that used to be a criticism of Beyonce's performances. Every performance, you knew what you were going to get. Now, it was going to be perfect to the T, amazing. But, like, every single performance of Single Ladies, you know what you're going to get, you know? Like, shit wasn't being mixed up. I remember I went back and watched Beyonce perform at the BET Awards when Crazy in Love came out, and boy, has she come a long way. As a Destiny's Child stan, like, Beyonce has come such a long way. Like, because I became obsessed with Destiny's Child when I was like a little kid. So I kind of feel like I've seen Beyonce's whole career in a way, even though I wasn't a fan of her solo career that much. Well, you know, I like her early stuff, but... And I remember my mom being like, man, that Beyonce has come a long way. If you would have told me that out of them girls you used to be obsessed watching when you were little, that she's the one that would have like broke out and all this would have happened, I would not have believed you. You never know. Beyonce was really good in Homecoming. Chris Brown doesn't really get his flowers. He's a very good dancer. He set the floor on fire. Chris is a beast for real. I don't like Chris Brown at all. I like to pretend he doesn't exist, but his talent has to be acknowledged. He has too much fucking God-given talent. Yes, I believe that Chris Brown is a better dancer than Usher. Yes. Usher could dance. I think Chris Brown is a better dancer than Usher. I really don't think that there's any better dancer than Chris Brown in terms of the men, except Michael Jackson. That's just my opinion. I would say it's Michael Jackson and then Chris Brown. And for the women, I would say it's Janet Jackson and then Ciara. People wanted Ciara and Chris Brown to go on a dance tour. They were begging for it. Chris Brown can dance and he's tall. That's a talent. You ever hear the story of Jamie Foxx meeting Chris Brown the first time? Chris Brown did a backflip in his face. I try not to give artists too much when choreographers exist and create the moves from iconic routines. If y'all don't know that Chris is the second coming of Michael before drugs, right? Like, go look at the old stuff. Go look at the stuff from like 2005. Beyonce's dancing has gotten better over the years. Beyonce's a great performer. She will put in the work, be improved. It's understood that we all hate Chris Brown, like, but he's still talented. That's just how it is. Missy Elliott is a great dancer too. I can move my body naturally and find the beat, but I can't do choreo for shit. Yeah, Missy could dance. Aaliyah was not on Sierra's level. Her dance style was unique and smooth. Yeah, like she was a natural bread. Try it, Nia. Try it. Try it. I miss those dance competition shows. When Ciara dances, she looks like she's having a good time. Solange outdanced Beyonce at the Coachella homecoming performance. I hate to be that one, but Beyonce has big Virgo energy, methodical as fuck. We cannot deny Beyonce's growth. Solange is the dancer first. There's a difference. Hi, Valerie. We're almost to the end, though. I'm catching up on the chat, and then I'm going to go. I remember this interview where Beyonce actually says she can't dance or walk in heels off stage. Yeah, like you could tell. Beyonce's dancing in Survivor was robotic. Kelly Snap. Now, I would say Omarion and Usher. That's like a harder choice of who's the better dancer. That's neck and neck. I might say Omarion. I don't know. Omarion can dance. Usher can dance too. That's hard. That's why I have to stand Beyonce, because I feel like she's constantly grown and she doesn't have to. I haven't really seen any other performer push themselves past their peak. Yeah, it's sort of like Beyonce got better when she hit 30-ish. She improved, like, a lot. I think when she had Blue Ivy, a lot of things changed for her. I also think, because I was just watching Dreamgirls, because I know I love Dreamgirls, that's my movie. I feel like her singing improved too. Her voice got deeper and fuller, throatier, more mature, less high, less pitchy. Because like listening to her sing, like Listen, I was like, ooh. Not that it sounded bad, but Beyonce's voice sounds totally different now. I feel like her singing improved, her dancing improved. Maybe she started pushing herself a little harder, a little bit more artistically, creatively. After, you know, she turned 30-ish and Blue was born and things happened. She improved as an artist. She pushed herself harder. You guys know I've always said that I have always respected Beyonce's work ethic, even when she does things I don't like. Omarion is underrated. Chris Brown, you can tell that his moves and command over his body is all him. Da-na-na. Touch. Sweetie, the best dance video ever is Remember the Time by Michael Jackson. Actually, I take that back. The best dance video ever is the Smooth Criminal extended version on the Moonwalker VHS tape. Then Remember the Time. Then Beat It. Then Bad. Then Michael Jackson versus the claymation bunny rabbit of himself. Speed Demon in the Moonwalker VHS. Like the best dance videos of all times is like Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson. Then Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation is in there. Then Scream with Michael Jackson and Janet. Pleasure Principle, You Want This by Janet. I mean, you know, Oh by Sierra's in there somewhere. Promise. You know. That's, I don't know, my top 20, whatever I just named. And then, I mean, Touched by Omarion was cute. It was cute. It was cute. Let's see. It's not a surprise that as soon as MJ picked Chris Brown as next up, they had Justin Timberlake go solo. Raz B outdanced during the Millennium Tour. He's cold. You think he outdanced Omarion? I'm so sad. Y'all know I was supposed to go to the Millennium Tour this year and it got canceled. You think Usher's better than Omarion? I'm talking about Usher versus Omarion. I'm not comparing anybody to Chris Brown personally. I always fast forward to the Dreamgirls performance with the white dresses. I also feel like Beyonce came into herself more. Beyonce's voice definitely changed later in life. My sister hated Listen. She said Beyonce was just screaming. It was very pitchy. It was extremely pitchy. I am alone at a crossroads. Okay. Okay, Beyonce. Okay. We know you're trying to like keep up with Jennifer Hudson. We got it. Beyonce got more comfortable with her body and it shows in her dance. When you have children, your voice gets deeper. Thriller. Valerie, yes, I agree with the ranking. All this MJ talk just makes me think of how bad Chris Brown fumbled the bag. Beyonce's growth with age puts into perspective how young Aaliyah was. People harshly judged her vocals, but 22 is so young. Her voice was nowhere near its peak. That's an interesting thought. That's probably true. Women's voices get deeper as they get older and as they have children. She hit us with the Dylon. You know that's what I was thinking of, Ali Oxenfree. Best dance videos of all time, MJ, and MJ, because he dances hot fire. The kid is not my son. It was when Beyonce had Blue Ivy that her voice deepened noticeably. You think Usher's a better dancer than Omarion, Kimberly? Usher versus Omarion, I would say Usher. Touch was The Way You Make Me Feel grandkid, a cute tribute. Beyonce was trying to keep up with Jennifer, exactly what you said. Justin was Usher's match, not Chris. Just goes to show how underdeveloped your voice is in his 20s for some people. Jennifer Hudson, Gator'd B, and Dreamgirls. They was trying to push for Beyonce to get that Oscar too, and Jennifer Hudson won. Maybe Aaliyah also just wasn't a strong vocalist. You could be an amazing performer and not be a powerhouse vocalist. If you're going to compare Usher to Omarion dancing, it has to be 90s or early 2000s Usher, not now Usher. Can't choose. Omarion will dance to his last breath, and Usher was very capable of this. Okay, so let's say Touch video versus maybe the dancing in Yeah. Which do y'all think was better? and then we have to go. I remember my sister way back in the day saying Jennifer Hudson sings better than Beyonce. And I was like, who is Jennifer Hudson? That's how I first learned about Jennifer Hudson. I remember Jennifer Hudson on American Idol. A dance playlist. Beyonce always had a deeper speaking voice. She could have been encouraged to sing in higher registers when she was managed by her dad because he wanted to make her a pop star. Usher. So Usher, y'all say Usher? You compare My Way to Touch. My Way? It's interesting. That's also the point of Dreamgirls. Effie is supposed to be better than Dina. I love Dreamgirls. I thought the whole cast was perfect. Especially because it was based off of like Motown and the Supremes. Like, and so basically having like Beyonce in like the Diana Ross role and like Jennifer Hudson as Effie and like the vocal and like everything. I thought it was, I really feel like Dreamgirls is underrated. I feel like Dreamgirls should be recognized as a classic. Talking about classics. Like The Wiz type. Like, I feel like Dreamgirls is great. Touch versus Yeah. The results are Touch. I love Dreamgirls too. Same with Britney Spears. She had a deeper voice. They changed it for her to be in pop. It's also funny because Britney idolized Janet Jackson as well. If y'all want to see ridiculous powerhouse vocals, watch Jennifer Holliday and Jennifer Hudson perform together at the BET Awards. You'll get chills. All I know is I can't wait for this damn Respect movie to come out. Hi, Savannah. I never saw Cadillac Records, Olivia. I actually never saw Cadillac Records. I heard Diana Ross once saw Cheryl Lee Ralph, the original Dina, on Broadway and glared her down. I'm a Detroit girl, so I couldn't help but compare Dreamgirls to Sparkle. It didn't work for me. I got in my own way. I love Sparkle too. I used to love Sparkle when I was a child. Me and my cousin used to watch that movie all the time. Dreamgirls is definitely underrated. It's a classic. Y'all know Beyonce grew on me, Nicole. You know she did. I'm gonna watch it. I've never seen it. I'm gonna watch it. We could put it on the Bee's Big List. We could put Cadillac Records on the Bee's Big List because I've never seen it. And T-Boz actually has a high voice but was suggested to sing low to separate herself from others. You've never seen Cadillac Records either, Zafuri? Sparkle 1972 is the classic, along with the 5 Heartbeats. Yeah, I'm talking about that one, the 1972 version of Sparkle. That's what I used to watch with my cousin all the time. Haven't seen a ton of classic movies. Cheryl claims Dreamgirls wasn't about Ross and the... Okay, bye, Cheryl. Bye, Moesha's stepmom. Yes, it was. We all know what the fuck it was about. And in Dreamgirls, they make it obvious because... like, they literally have her, like, dressed up looking like Diana Ross, Beyonce. And they have a whole, like, mahogany type of plot line. Goodbye. That could be the end. I think over time, Diana grew to appreciate and or congratulate Dreamgirls. She also put the real-life version of Effie's kids through college or something like that, which is probably out of guilt. Bee's Big List, Umbrella Academy, Emperor's New Groove, Chadwick Boseman Films, Cadillac Records. I just screenshotted that. All right. On that note, we could go. We were on for a while. Faith versus Mary J. I personally would pick Mary J, but I love Faith. But Auntie Mary... nobody can touch for me personally. So on that note, bye. So I didn't do Black Friday last week, so I'll be posting a Black Friday video tomorrow. Lovecraft Country episode 3 review will be up on Saturday and then Beast Bake on Sunday. Bye.